What's the worst gift you have ever received? For my 10th birthday, I really wanted a fish. They got me a fish bowl. Those decorative rocks and fish food. But no fish. They said I could just imagine there was a fish LMFAO. Better than getting a fish without a fish bowl. My dad once got me a boombox that could only be used in his room / stored in his room. That I also couldn't use without his permission. So basically he bought himself a boombox. My dad remarried, adopted her kids, and moved to another state. He was normally a very good gift giver, but one year he decided to buy a very expensive set of tools for me for Christmas because I was 18 and going off into the world. Except that it was a gift for both myself and my brother to share, so it had to stay in that other state with my 8-year-old brother. I kinda shrugged it off. I assume it had something to do with my stepmom wanting things to be fair, since the tools were so expensive. Must have sucked to be an 8-year-old who got a bunch of tools to share that he was probably never allowed to touch when all he really wanted was a Pokemon game or something. I've never asked my brother about that. Gonna have to see if he remembers. It wasn't so much the gift. It was the circumstances. I had some friends who were secretly trying to raise money to help me take care of my dying dad. They'd told a mutual friend of theirs about it, a very wealthy woman who was an attorney. So, on my birthday, she thought it would be appropriate to send me a woven bag as a gift, with a card in it detailing how I needed to not be a beggar. I needed to pull myself up by my bootstraps. I needed to stop asking people like her who were well off for money I hadn't. My friends had asked her to contribute to a fund they were making, and how I could eventually be a decent person and not such a poor. I received the gift during my birthday party and had a complete meltdown that ended up with sending everyone home. She knew I'd grown up homeless. She knew I'd struggled and was finally doing well enough to rent a house on my own. And I had a really good job. She just wanted to make a point. Apostrophe. I want to slap this woman. Wow. That's terrible. I hope you take comfort in knowing that you are a way better human than this poor excuse for a person. Wow. This is a good point. Why have I never taken comfort in knowing that I'm a better human? Every year I get a gift basket from my dad and stepmom. It includes coffee from the clearance section of Ross, a bottle of wine, and lots of other clearance stuff from Ross. I don't drink. I can't drink coffee. I sound ungrateful, but I'd rather just get a card. They don't know me. Yeah. I feel ya. My dad tends to get me a shaver package and a set of aftershave and cologne every year. I'm very allergic to scents, so it's useless to me. But I appreciate the thought, because I don't think we'll ever get closer as a family unit. Sure. I could speak up. Perhaps I've done so already. I don't know. I think it's as good as I'll get, haha. That sucks. But then you have my sister, who is one of my best friends, give me high-end aftershave and the whole 9 yards. I haven't shaved in almost 3 years. Maybe my family is telling me something, lol. A gift I gave them the year before. Wow, that's gotta hurt. / that's why me and my wife have a list of who gave us what, so we can gift away the shit to different people. A bright red lace tiny thong from my grandma when I was 11. I still don't know why. To be fair, it's proved very useful in the long run. She knew. My brother always brings this up every Christmas. But back when I was going through grades 1 to 4, US, back in the 90s, we would do a class gift exchange. It was one of those setups where everyone buys one present to put into a pile at the center of the room. Then numbers are drawn, and each kid gets the present that corresponds to the number they drew. So it was completely random what present you ended up with. Somehow I ended up getting a box of dominoes every fucking year. When I got the box of dominoes in 4th grade, I burst out crying. I still don't really know how to play dominoes. Reminded me of my 4th grade gift exchange. My mom gave me a sketch pad with a pack of colored pencils to take in for the exchange. It was a pretty big pad, so the gift looked like there was something good underneath the wrapping. The look of disappointment on the kid's face made me feel so hot on the inside, because if I had a choice in the matter, I would have gotten something cool to take in. For the teacher's gift, it was always candles. I'm a guy, so that always felt weird, especially when it was a male teacher. Now that I'm an adult, I wouldn't mind candles as a gift. Or a sketch pad, to be honest. Funny how trivial shit feels like the end of the world as a kid. Hair clippers. I've been bald for the last 5 years. It's for your pubes. 3 nightgowns from my sister-in-law. All 3 were so big my husband and I could fit in them together. I tossed them. My mill gave me a nightgown, 1800s style, that covered the neck and went all the way to my toes for our Christmas as a married couple. I don't know if that was a message that she didn't want grandkids. Lol. Orange flavored Tic Tacs. The only thing is they weren't orange anymore. My aunt had sucked on them all to get the orange flavoring off and put them back in the container. They were just a clump of stuck together white Tic Tacs. It was very confusing for 6-year-old me. What the fuck? My ex-mother-in-law gave me a mason jar with the ingredients to make chocolate chip cookies in it, which was fine. Until my ex-sister-in-law, who had Down syndrome, chimes in. We got it at a garage sale. Who knows how old the ingredients were? We got it at a garage sale. Her saying that is a gift in itself. Yep, it sounds like your sil is the one who gave you a good gift that year. The gift of knowledge and understanding. When I was little I was super into reading, and my grandparents would always give me books way below my reading level. Like I'd be reading Harry Potter and they'd give me those books they give you in school to teach you how to read. I'd always be excited about book-shaped gifts, but then really disappointed when I opened it. That sucks, but the older I get the more I understand this. Kids just grow up way faster than you imagine. I see my nieces every few months, but every time it's like meeting these new kids I've never seen before. Age is weird. Your grandparents aren't off the hook, though. It's their responsibility to keep track and keep up. Or, ick now. Just fucking ask. I got a hair clip one year. It was a nice clip. Made of metal. Had pretty flowers on it, but still. It threw me off. It was Christmas one year, and my mom's side of the family always draws names. That way we only have to buy for one person. And usually we try to draw names 6 months in advance, to give us plenty of time to either collect multiple items to give to this one person or to save up enough money to get them that one big thing. One year my uncle and I got each other. I made him this really amazing shadow box full of vintage pictures of him and his kids and all his favorite things that he loves to do. It looked really cool. I also got him this super cool vintage Roman helmet. And when you open it there is a felt lining that has a hole for a bottle of liquor and 4 smaller holes for 4 shot glasses. And I got him some nice liquor and some nice shot glasses to put inside of it as well. I was really excited whenever I gave it to him because I love giving awesome gifts. And then he handed me a small bag and I pulled out a hair clip. I tried really hard not to look deflated. I really don't even care about gifts that I get. I'd rather not get anything. But the build up that I had created by getting him this awesome gift just kind of went poof when I pulled out that hair clip. Did anyone say anything about this? My adopted mother kept track of how much money she spent raising me, and one Christmas, years after I had moved out, sent me a card with "I'm taking $500 off your debt to me for Christmas." Apostrophe. My adopted mother kept track of how much money she spent raising me, and one Christmas, years after I had moved out, sent me a card with "I'm taking $500 off your debt to me for Christmas." Holy shit. That's terrible. Like, WTF, who does that? Why would you adopt only to be a stingy bitch and pretend like you're taking on a huge burden? Please tell me you don't speak to her anymore. I haven't spoken to anyone in my adopted family for 7 years. The last thing I heard from them was around the time of my divorce, when they sent an email to my ex-wife saying, "Well, we aren't surprised." Apostrophe. They make me sad. I got my first period on Christmas when I was 11 years old. No one had prepared me for it, so I freaked out in front of my entire extended family and then got made fun of for years to come. It sucked. All I wanted was a lava lamp, and instead I turned into a woman. I hope you got a lava lamp in the end. I did. I still have both. My birthday falls on Super Bowl Sunday, if it's on a Sunday. My family threw Super Bowl parties, but forgot my birthday a couple times. At least I got nachos and hot dogs. Still better than having a birthday so close to Christmas like me. So many 2-to-1 birthday/Christmas gifts from cheap family members.